Hey guys, this is Brady. Before we go on with the rest of the video where I'm showing you how to actually start the top bar, the Tanzanian top bar hive, I wanted to kind of explain to you, for those of you who may not be familiar with that type of hive, what it is. It's basically whatever dimensions you want, but for this conversation we're going to say that it's really the dimensions of a long Langstroth or a Langstroth hive, where it will hold the frames inside the hive like a Langstroth will. Deep or medium, whatever you want to do is fine. I'm doing deep. I'm doing a deep hive. I've got deep frames in there. The reason for the Tanzanian hive, it's super simple to build. It's basically a long rectangular box that will hold frames, but we're not going to put frames in them. And you'll see the difference in the rest of the video. But instead of frames, you have these top bars, just like a Kenyan top bar hive, if you're familiar with that. 1.5 inch, 1.25 inch, or 1.25 inch strip of wood with a groove down the middle and a little piece of starter foundation, if you want to put that in there. And that's your whole frame. I mean, you've got like a nickel's worth of wood invested in it, and you cut one board, you strip it, or you rip it with your table saw, and you line the top of it. You don't even have to have an inner cover with this kind of hive. You just put a board, or I mean, you can put if you want to staple it down, you could put visqueen on the top to cover the top. Whatever you want to use. I mean, it's just, most people really just use OSB or plywood to put on top of it. You can tie down a piece of tin. It's super, super simple. Super, super cheap as well. And that's what I like about it. It's cheap. It's a very good honey producing hive, but it's not made for pollination anyway, because it's heavy. So that's kind of what I wanted to cover with you. You can look it up on Google. You can find different plans, but really all you need to remember is go out and measure a Langstroth box, make it longer, 4 feet probably would be good, maybe a little bit shorter so that you can put your plywood on top. Just cut a piece of plywood that hangs over on it. 44 inches, we'll call it 44 inches. And then you put your strips inside, put your bees in there, and voila. But I'm going to show you how in the rest of the video. I'm going to show you how to get your starter top bars with brood and bees and everything. You can transfer them out later, or you can extend that hive on out to a full Tanzanian top bar. Anyway, here's the rest of the video. Hey y'all, this is Brady. I'm out here in the bee yard, and I've been kind of interested in trying to start a Tanzanian top bar hive. A lot of people say that if you live in a hot and humid climate that it's probably not a good idea, but I always have to see for myself and make my own mistakes. So here's what I did, is I made some top bars that would fit my long Langstroth. Okay, and this is a new colony that I started this year. I started it with a nuke, and I've got these top bars in here now that are made to fit. So I just wanted to show you. I put them in here last week, and I want to show you kind of what's going on. They're doing some festooning for sure. Let's look at this one. This one has actually a little comb starting on it. But what they call checkerboard, I kind of like the term stagger, but I don't get to make the terms, I guess. I checkerboarded them in here between other frames that were both established and not established. Opened it up today. We had a little bit of a rainy week this week, and I noticed that there was some dead brood. Of course, it cooled off a little bit Now let me just show you this. I'm gonna show you how I made my top bars. Okay, I just cut a groove with my saw blade, my table saw blade. Not very deep, maybe 1/8 of an inch deep. And then I put one little strip, I mean a tiny little strip of foundation wax in there, and I glued it in. And then I just set them up in here in the grooves. Oops. In between the regular Langstroth frames, and kind of letting them do the rest. And what I'll do throughout the year is I'll move the Langstroth frames back as all of these start getting filled up, because I want these top bars for my my brood nest, because next year I'll make splits off of this. And I hope, I kind of hope that by October, when I do my fall harvest, or November, that I can actually have this box completely full of these top bars going into the winter. Oh, there's one. They're doing good on this. Let's see if we can get this last one moved out. Kind of want to see what it looks like. Now, what I was saying a while ago, I did find that weather cooled off, and in the other end of the box there was quite a bit of dead brood. I guess they got chilled. Oh yeah, this one looks like it's really taking off. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're doing some work. Look at that. Got any eggs in it? No. Okay. So they will fill these frames completely, or these bars completely. I've heard that they will actually attach them to the bottom of the box. I don't have a bottom to my box. I have a screen. And but they will attach them to the sides, and you have to have a knife or something, your hive tool, and cut them loose. You have to leave a little bit of room down at the end of the hive where you can pull a couple of bars out that they don't actually build on. You have to have a false back, and or a movable, I don't know what they call it. Anyway, so that you can get in there and you can cut the comb loose before you pull the top bar out. I hear that there's concerns with it collapsing in the hive. My experience doing cutouts, I've seen bigger comb than what this is going to make, and it doesn't seem to be a problem in the wild. We'll see. But win or lose, I'm going to show you what's going on with this as time progresses. Y'all have a good day. Love you. God loves you. Bye.